was perhaps the big hero of last week's game, and that is Cole Gross, who had a 40-yard field goal to get that win for Prescott with under a minute left. Coconino to run the ball back. We've got number 2, Bridger French, getting ready to return, as we are almost underway with the final home game of the regular season for the Badgers here in 2022. And it is going to be French. Takes it up past the 10-yard line, going to the far side, being pursued, knocks down one guy, and then French gets knocked down just before the 20-yard line, and I think that might have been number 31, Adam Lloyd, to get the hit on him.
Yeah, it was a good return, but good coverage by the Badgers. He was trying to get outside, but we had everything contained. Kept their lanes. It was nice.
And here we have Nick Williams getting ready to lead the offense here for Coconino, as we are just underway with our game here tonight. Badgers coming in with a 6-2 record. Coco, they're 3-5.
Got that old double wing where there's probably no space between those linemen, and it's a mosh type of thing where they just try to find a seam and get through it.
And there goes the run up the middle. I think that might have been Watson carrying the ball himself. We'll see. Yep, it was. And it looks like Watson got a pretty good push from the line there. Coach got a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, you know, they ran this a couple years ago. Remember when they beat us up there to take region title? They ran the same offense. And, again, it's a double wing where they're all tight in that backfield, and the linemen are tight, and they just try to wedge through. And they have that lead back you can see just off the tackle on the right side.
Watson from the gun. And he gives the ball to number 3, Klaus. Klaus doesn't look like he had a whole lot of forward progress there. In fact, it looks like the Badgers knocked him back for a loss.
Yeah, back at the line of scrimmage, so it lost about 5 yards. That was a little sweep pattern they have out of that. They have a slot man and a wing man on this right side with the fullback and the quarterback, and they try to motion to the left side, and there's not enough blockers over there.
So they're going to call it a 4-yard loss, bring up 3rd and 9. Looks like it was number 54, Cameron Brown, who got the hit there on Klaus.
Here they go. They got the double tight ends. They got a wing. They got a slot. And they got the quarterback and a tailback.
Watson fakes the give. Short throw, and it is caught, and the Badgers throw the receiver out of bounds just before he reaches the first down marker. That was Jacob Klaus.
I think he's short about 2 yards.
Cody Hanna with the tackle there on Klaus, driving him out of bounds. So it'll be 4th and 2, and it looks like Coconino.
Like they're short a player. Looks like it.
Coconino going to punt the ball away, but I don't see any Badgers back to return it. No, they're going to actually go for it here on 4th down, and I don't think they're going to make it. Let's see.
Oh, yeah, I think he made it.
Yep.
They made it.
First down for Coconino. Big gamble there.
Risky play right there on your own 30.
Coach Mike Lapsley rolling the bones, and it paid off. Tell you this interesting little factoid here. We have the last 2 men named Grand Canyon Region Coach of the Year going at it tonight. Mike Lapsley got the award in 2020, and Prescott's Cody Collette got it in 2021.
Yep, it's 2 good coaches out there.
1st and 10 from the 30 for Coco. And that is Klaus with the ball, and the Badgers break through the O-line, and they drop Klaus behind the line of scrimmage.
That sweep, same type of sweep again. That's a tough one against the Badgers defense. They're better off the way they were pounding it, but we'll see what they end up doing.
Cody Leopold again Cody Hanna, in on the tackle. Hanna having himself a good season on defense. 62 tackles and 3 sacks.
Yeah, 1 fumble recovery, 1 interception. He's got some stats going for himself. Yeah. Pretty sound boy.
Had a great game last week against Lee Williams, did Cody Hanna. 8 tackles, half a sack, and an interception.
Yep.
Can't wait to see what this guy does on the wrestling team along with Landon Francis.
Double takedown.
2nd and 11 now for Coco from the 29. Watson from the gun. Fakes the handoff. Here comes Francis. There's the throw. Oh! Almost intercepted by Caden Pena. Coach, he had it right in his hands, man.
Yeah, through the receiver's hands and through our hands.
And there you have it again. Landon Francis breaking through the line and putting a lot of pressure on Watson to get rid of that ball in a hurry, and it almost cost him.
Yeah, that's they probably know they got to release. When he's coming, they better get it out of their hands quickly.
So it'll be 3rd and 11 now for Coconino. They have the ball at their own 29. 9:25 remaining in the first quarter. No score in our game. Watson fakes the give, throws down the middle.
Through his hands.
And
good throw through his hands. Would have been first down, but that's the way the ball goes.
And Ruben Solano had a chance to get the interception there. No dice there, but that'll bring up 4th down. This time, the Panthers will punt the ball away. Enoch Watson will go from quarterback to punter. And back around the 40-yard line to return the ball is, well, the jack of all trades, and that is Uriah Tenette.
Speedster and a big threat back there.
Tenette running over to the near side, going to fall far from him. And Coconino going to down it right around the 39-yard line. So not too bad field position there for Prescott for their first drive of the game.
No, when you're closer to the 40-yard line, that's nice field position.
So here come the Badgers. And again, we will see how much action, if any, Cody Leopold gets in this game. Well, I don't see him out there now with the group of Badgers running onto the field. I do see Morier Norris. Looks like Norris might take up position in the Wildcat. Norris was out for last week's game, attending to a family matter. And Norris going to run that ball up the middle. He finds a little bit of a seam before he's finally sandwiched in between a couple of Panthers.
Got 4 yards, roughly.
And good to see Morier back there in the backfield.
Yeah, he's got 70 rushes for 488 yards, 8 TDs, so he's definitely a threat back there.
Jackson Rice now from the gun. And he just hands it off to Morier Norris. Norris getting wrapped up from behind and might have gotten up to the original line, or might have gotten up to the line there. Looks like, or actually maybe he got about a yard gain.
Yep, about 3rd and 5. Yeah, they have Morier back at tailback.
Actually, looks like we're going to say 3rd and 4 now. Ball at the 45. Rice dropping back, makes the throw. Oh, almost intercepted. Bounced off the hand of number 2, Bridger French. And then it was Ruben Solano doing a juggling act, but couldn't bring that ball in. So that'll bring up 4th down.
Good coverage, but one of those tip passes. All right, Badgers back to punt.
So neither team able to do much on their first drives of the game. 8:18 left to go in the first quarter.
I missed the number on the punter. Who do we have out there?
Yeah, I missed the number. I'm missing the number 2.
Good punt.
And it looks like that is just going to bounce.
Not a good punt.
And that will go up to about the 37-yard line, I think.
Line, yeah. It's only a 20-some-yard punt. I thought it looked high at first, but then it goes nowhere.
Well, hey, folks, tonight's game is sponsored in part by Badgers alumni Steve Blair, owner of Blind Brothers Arizona, offering premier window treatments in northern Arizona since 1979. So Coconino with some pretty good field position here, 1st and 10 from the 37. 8:09 left to go in the first quarter. Panthers hoping to do better on their second drive of the game than they did on their first. Run going up the middle, breaking through is French. French now with a lot of open space here and leg tackled by Caden Pena. And a good run there by Bridger French.
He picked up about 35 yards. That's that double wing T where they just hit that hole hard and they wedge. And sometimes will break big for you.
So a huge run there by French. 1st and 10 now from the Badger 37-yard line. And again, just Coconino players all bunched up there at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they got their wing and their slot.
Here comes the run again. And that's French. French finds a nice gap, still on his feet. French almost broke off a tackle. The Badgers drop him at the 10-yard line. And again, about a 20-yard gain or so there by French. And boy, oh boy, talk about some slippery running by Bridger French to get the Panthers in the red zone.
Well, see, that's what I'm telling you. They do. There's no gap, hardly maybe a foot at the most between the linemen, double tight end. They got a slot man and a wing man. That slot man can lead like a fullback, and then they lead with their back coming through. All he needs is a little bit of a hole, and they just wedge it.
First and goal from the 6 for the Panthers. Watson hands off the ball to Klaus, and Klaus, well, he disappears under a swarm of blue jerseys.
I think he picked up about 1 yard. That's what it usually looks like.
So that'll bring up second and goal. Looks like they're going to say he got about 2 yards, so second and goal from the 4. 6:50 to go in the first quarter. Nothing to score, but Coconino, they don't have too far to go to change that. Watson from the gun. And he's going to run the ball himself. He's got a hole, and Watson does get in there for the touchdown. Enoch Watson. And Coconino strikes first in this game as they go up 6-0 on Enoch Watson's 4-yard rushing touchdown. And now Hunter Navarro will come in for the PAT. And, of course, that touchdown helped out big time by a couple of big runs by Bridger French. Kick is up. It is good. 6:32 left to go here in quarter number 1. And thanks to an Enoch Watson touchdown, it is Coconino 7, Prescott nothing. We'll take a 30-second break. We'll be back with more of Prescott High School football right after this message.
Hey, it's Badger time, folks. This is Steve Blair, Prescott High School alumni. I'm passionate about Badger football and the love of this great community. I'm also passionate about my business, Blind Brothers of Arizona, the Originals. I truly love making homes more beautiful with the best shutters, shades, and blinds. We come to you with samples and do all the measuring and installation ourselves. We've been around for 40 years, and your satisfaction is always guaranteed. So call us today for a free estimate, 776-1845. Blind Brothers Arizona, the Originals with Arizona in our name. Go Badgers!
And we're back here at Bill Shepherd Field. John Rust, Lou Benetone with you. And, well, Coach, Badgers find themselves in a whole 7-0 here with about 6.5 minutes left to go in the first stanza.
You know, back in 2000, I had Pride. I'm dating that, so this is 22 years ago. We played Tolleson. They had a kid by the name of Bell who went and played for the U of A. And we beat him 37-33 in the last couple minutes of the game. But they ran this offense, and our defensive linemen, we just had them dive to take out that interior line. They had grass in their mouth and their helmets, and our linebackers ones had to fill. It's the only way we could stop them. So our linemen just ate the dirt and ate the dust the whole night. Had to respect that defensive line.
Mm-hmm. And here is the kick by Navarro. And now here comes the return by Prescott. Looks like that is Uriah Tenette. And Tenette, well, couldn't break off one tackle. And coming in to finish him off is number 20 for Coconino. That is Griffin Benedict.
Made it to the 30-yard line. That was a surprise they just did a little pooch kick like that. Especially some of our faster boys like Tenette. I'm still going to call him Tenette.
All right, so here we go. And looks like we have Jackson Rice in the gun. Quick throw to Jake Hilton. Hilton trying to shrug off a tackle. Gets past the 40-yard line. Nice dive there. And it looks like Jake Hilton has picked up a first down for the Badgers.
Yeah, he picked up about 14 yards, looks like.
I think that's just what the Badgers needed after their first drive of the game. It didn't really produce much. So now the Badgers with the ball at their own 44-yard line.
That's use of a good target out there. They're giving him a lot of room.
And now it's going to be Rice, who
picked up about 7 yards.
Actually, correction, that was Uriah Tenette who carried the ball there. So a good run by Tenette. It's going to be a 7-yard gain for Tenette. Bring up second and third now for Prescott.
Prescott has 2 receivers left. Another run up the middle. First down again and more.
That's Kean McKelvey, and McKelvey passed the 45-yard line into Coconino territory, and he has a first down for Prescott. Kean McKelvey, who put together some really good runs last week and came up with a big touchdown in the fourth quarter for Prescott.
Yeah, he did. He was a workhorse last week. There's definitely No doubt about that. He did a great job.
And it looks like it's McKelvey again, and he slips through a gap. And man, oh man, the Panthers struggling to bring McKelvey down. McKelvey still has his feet going, and if McKelvey didn't get a first down, he got darn close to it, and he
got
did.
First. Yep, he just kept his feet moving, and we're doing a lot of the Wildcat, just quarterback just doing straight up the middle. Quarterback keepers.
So 1st and 10 now from the 32-yard line for Prescott after that great run by McKelvey. It looks like McKelvey going to be back in the Wildcat again. And again, McKelvey bursts up the middle, dragged down from behind by Bridger French, got close to a first down.
Well, I'm surprised what Coconino is doing is they have 6 men on the front, and they have 2 middle linebackers, and that's where we're attacking. They got 4 down linemen, they got 2 up outside linebackers, and they got 2 linebackers in the middle, and we're just pounding those linebackers.
So it'll be
they're 5 yards off the line.
So it'll be 2nd and 4 now for Prescott. 4:23 left to go in the first quarter, 7-0 Coconino, but Prescott looking to change that as again McKelvey kind of pinballs off a few tackles, and he winds up getting the first down before he's taken down.
That's at least 6 or 7 straight plays right in those same 2 holes. Those linebackers are 5 yards off. Our linemen are doing a good job moving those 2 interior defensive linemen, and then they're just taking care of those linebackers. By then, we got 5 yards.
And Jackson Rice going to go out to a receiver position, joined by Levi Van Dyke. Again, McKelvey in the Wildcat. Again, McKelvey up the middle. He finds a little bit of a gap, gets past the 15-yard line, finally hurled back by the Coconino defense. Number 70 for the Panthers. That is Trey Wood in on the tackle. Yeah, it looks like about a 4-yard gain there from McKelvey.
Yeah, about 4 yards. Wildcat, they're just see what they're doing again.
Oh, and we got
looks like a legal procedure.
Yeah, we had a penalty here, so we'll see what the call is.
No, offsides.
Against Coconino.
Wow.
So now it'll make it 2nd and 1 for Prescott, and that's going to put the ball right at the 9-yard line. And again, Kean McKelvey in the Wildcat with 2 receivers to the left side. And McKelvey finds a little bit of a gap, and I think he might have got the first down there before Coconino came at him.
Yep, he made it. So we 1st and goal about the 8-yard line.
Trey Wood again in on the tackle. Yeah, well, the Badgers just keep going to that well, running McKelvey up the middle, and so far it's working again and again. Now it looks like we're going to have Jackson Rice in at the gun, and McKelvey will stand behind him. And they're going to hand the ball to McKelvey. McKelvey bursts through the middle at the 5-yard line and finally dropped by the Panthers.
3-yard gain on the run.
Looks like they're going to say that was a 3-yard gain there by McKelvey.
2nd and goal. 6-yard line.
McKelvey, who began the night with 497 rushing yards, and well, he's well past 500 now.
Yeah, he's just working hard up that middle.
Rice.
All right,
Takes
he's
the
got a
give.
little play action.
Now the throw to the end zone. Diving catch made, and it's good. Touchdown for the Badgers. And that's Jake Wright making that half falling catch into the end zone for the TD.
Yeah, he did a great job making that catch. It was a great fake. Great little rollout pass at the right side, and he drilled him. That was nice. Kept it low out of the interception area.
And now here comes Cole Gross, who got the big 40-yard game-winning field goal last week against Lee Williams. He'll come on and kick the PAT. It's up. And as usual, it's good. 2:15 left to go in the first quarter. And thanks to that Jackson Rice to Jake Hilton touchdown throw, we're all tied up 7-7 between Prescott and Coconino. Let's take a 30-second break here, and we will be back with more of our Prescott football broadcast right after this.
Inflation is taking a toll on our families throughout Yavapai County. Hunger is a sad side effect when our economy is in trouble. This is Lynn Passfield with the Yavapai County Food Bank. Make a difference today by donating to the Yavapai County Food Bank. Be part of the solution in helping to end hunger. Donate by sending checks to Yavapai County Food Bank, P.O. Box 4151, Prescott 86302, or give us a call at 928-775-5255. That's 928-775-5255.
Well, I do have to say this, that touchdown catch by Jake Hilton, it may not have been the prettiest. It may not win him any style points, but you know what, Coach? He caught it in the end zone. It's a touchdown. That's all that matters. Who cares if it looks pretty? Who cares if it looks ugly? For Jake Hilton, that was 6 points right there.
That's right. He did a great job and dove and hung on that ball. Did a wonderful job.
And now here comes the return on the kick, and that is number 3 for Coconino. Klaus with it. Runs up to the far side, then gets tripped up. And that is number 31 with the stop there for Prescott, Adam Lloyd. I'll tell you what, Adam Lloyd has been making a name for himself on the special teams side.
Yeah, those special teams are so important. We made, an emphasis strong on that. We've made captains and all that other stuff, and kids on special team, it's very critical. You can lose a game with special team.
So
I'm surprised they run to the side. This guy could have made 5-10 yards from where he caught it running straight ahead, but went straight across the field and lost them.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line for the Panthers with 2:07 to go in the first quarter. We're all tied up 7-7. Here comes the run up the middle. This time the Badgers were ready for it, and they smother the running back.
They made about 3 yards.
Looks like that was Bridger French who was running the ball. 3-yard gain, they're going to say, for French. 3 carries for 48 yards tonight for Bridger French, who began the night with 240 rushing yards.
He's got to make up for Cooper.
Yeah, no French connection tonight for Coconino.
That's it.
Cooper French out with a lower body injury. And again, the run going up the middle for Coconino, and again stopped by Prescott, though it looks like maybe about a yard or 2 gain.
They made no more than that. I think they have third and about 3rd and not quite 4 yards. 3rd and 3.
And that was Jacob Klaus running the ball for Coconino. Klaus in his senior season for the Panthers.
Another good stop here.
3rd and 3 for the Panthers at the 25-yard line. Coming down to the final minute of play in the first stanza. I think that's Klaus again. Klaus driving his way up the middle. Badgers stop him, and I think they might have stopped him close to the first down.
They got a first down. They're moving it.
And actually, that was Bridger French who carried the ball there for Coconino. So he picks up the first down for the Panthers.
Again, that offense, like I said, they got double tight ends, and they got a slot and a wing man. And they're hitting those slots and wing side, just have an extra blocker there.
1st and 10 from the 28-yard line now for the Panthers. Coming down to the final 30 seconds of play in the first quarter. Watson with the throw, and almost
my
caught.
God. He had it in his hands and dropped it, falling backwards.
Reed Merrill almost had that catch there. Would have been a great catch. Would have been a big first down, but no dice on that one.
Yeah, that's the way this offense runs. They pound it. All of a sudden they send 2 ends out and maybe a wingman. And you don't know when that's going to hit.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 now for Coco. Again, Watson from the gun. And here comes a run to the side, and that's French. And French still on his feet and finally dragged down out of bounds by Wyatt Rewards. But a big first down picked up by Coconino.
And about 25-yard pickup.
Man, oh man, Bridger French is just doing a great job of breaking off those big runs against the Badger defense.
Well, unfortunately, this type of an offense brings everybody up tight, too. You try to get them before they hit that seam. And once they get past the front, first 2, they got some room.
So 1st and 10 from the Badger 47-yard line. Again, run up the middle by French, and French dodges one tackle, finally gets dropped right around the 42-yard line, so a nice gain there by French.
About 4 yards, yeah.
This will probably be the final play of the quarter, as we are coming down to 1 second, and the clock hits 0. And that's all she wrote for quarter number 1 here from Bill Shepherd Field.
When you got 2 ground games going, your game's going to go fast.
Yeah, our score
might end up being who's got last possession, too.
Our score here right now, we're tied 7-7. Let's take a 60-second break, and we'll be back with more right after this.
Prescott True Value Hardware, where we believe behind every project is a true value. Hi, I'm Suzanne Springer. There's a reason we have this slogan, because it's true. Over the years, Prescott True Value has become so much more than just a great hardware store with full-service hardware, paint, tools, outdoor living, barbecues, and don't forget the kitchen shop. We are committed to making sure you find what you want and know what to do with it. We're living the slogan here at Prescott True Value on Miller Valley Road, where we believe behind every project is a true value. Go Badgers!
Frame your family. The Frame and I will get your photos off your phone, print and frame them so you can enjoy them in real life. You have some great pictures on your phone of family, friends, animals, and great places you've been. The Frame and I will print and frame them to be enjoyed every day. Your photos make your house a great home. See the things you love every day with a framed gallery wall of photos. We'll help bring it all together for you. Hi, I'm Ida. Come see me and the rest of the family at The Frame and I, the best friend artwork ever had, 229 West Gurley, downtown.
Second quarter underway here from Bill Shepherd Field. John Russ, Lou Benetton with you. And again, another run here by Coconino. Another big run by the Panthers.
It's quarterback keeper and picked up 12 yards.
Watson on the carry. Picks up enough for a first down.
And the Panthers doing a good job moving the ball on this drive. Now 1st and 10 from the Badger 34-yard line. We're tied up 7-7 here.
There's not a lot of things going on other than they're pounding it behind their tailback and slot man, quarterback keeper.
Watson going to hand that one off to French. French finds some room up around the far side and finally dragged down on the far side.
That's where they try to get that outside sweep without a motion man in this case, and he managed to get the edge over there and picked up about 8 yards.
8-yard gain, second down and 2.
Yeah, 8-yard gain there by French. And right now, kind of going by the the Dragon Force song. It is Operation Pound and Ground here for Coconino.
Yep, that's what they're doing. They'll pound the middle, sweep the side, pop a pass.
2nd and 2, French going up the middle, and French still on his feet, and finally it takes about 4 or 5 Badgers to finally drag him down at the 20-yard line, so that's going to be another Coconino first down.
He picked up about 6 yards, and then he kept his feet going. He's like the Badger running backs. They don't stop their feet. They just keep grinding away. So this is 2 teams that have running backs that can grind.
And French, not exactly the biggest guy out there on the field, 5'11", but $160.
Yep.
Boy, oh boy, pound for pound, probably one of the strongest runners that Coco has.
You can see he's got some strength.
Edwards, there's the handoff run going up the middle. I think that's Mickelson, his first run of the game, and he gets stopped in a hurry by the Badgers. Actually, correction, that's Klaus on the run. And Klaus may have picked up 2 yards.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen Mickelson, number 10, yet run the ball.
No, we have not.
He's our second highest runner. Surprised he's not in.
So 2nd and 8 now for the Panthers. 9:44 remaining in the second quarter.
There they go, all double tight. Slot, wing.
And there's the give to French. He bursts through the middle, and he's got a first down, and then some. Badgers finally take him down at the 5-yard line, and man, oh man, Bridger French just giving the Badgers all kinds of fits tonight.
You'd think that yardage this year would have been reversed for Bridger instead of Cooper, because he is racking up the yards tonight, old Bridger is.
So it'll be 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. 9:15 left to go in the second quarter. We're all tied up 7-7, but Coconino could change that in a hurry. Watson from the gun, and he's got French standing next to him. And he's going to hand that ball off to French. French bursting through the middle, has a nice gap, but the Badgers close it up in a hurry. Got a 2-yard pickup there by Bridger French, who is now over the century mark in rushing tonight. So 2nd and goal now from the 3-yard line.
Got to give Enoch Watson credit. He's running this offense really well and executing well with the running backs. And he's run well for himself.
8:25 remaining in the second quarter. Watson, handoff again to Bridger. Bridger gets stood up at around the 2-yard line by Prescott. And Wyatt Rewert's one of the guys in on the tackle there. Then Cody Hanna also had a hand in it. So it'll be 3rd and goal from about the 3-yard line for Coconino.
Badgers are holding the ground. They're not giving up a yard or two here, but it's critical down here. Goal line stance. Best against this type of a
again,
and ground.
Watson from the gun. Bridger standing next to him. Bridger in motion. Watson going to keep it. Watson pushes forward. Does he get the good push from the line? He does. Second quarterback keeper touchdown for Enoch Watson tonight.
That again in that double wing with a slot. Fake sweep and followed his slot man right up through for an extra block and grounded out.
I'll tell
Badgers
you.
are still making it tough for him to get those, but.
All right, now the plan of attack has been let French run the ball, get up close to the end zone, and then Watson finishes off.
A big miss. Big extra point miss.
So with 7:40 left to go here in the second quarter, our score is now Panthers 13 and Badgers 7. We're going to take a 30-second break here on our broadcast. We'll be back with more from Prescott High School right after this.
Hi, I'm Missy Townsend, Prescott High School Athletic Director. Prescott Unified School District is the place for you. We offer year-round opportunities for student athletes with our full lineup of fall, winter, and spring sports. Our certified and experienced coaches work with our student athletes to compete at the region and state levels. Whether it's in our intramural sports at Granite Mountain, taking part in one of the 6 sports programs at Mile High Middle School, or finding your place in one of the 19 different programs at Prescott High School, we want to see you be part of our tradition of excellence. Once a Badger, always a Badger.
And we're back here at Prescott High School. John Russ, Lou Benetone with you, where it's cold outside here at Bill Shepherd Field, but luckily we're in a nice warm booth for tonight.
Yes, we are. It's nice and cozy here.
And right now kind of cozy for Coconino as they're up 13-7 in this game. In fact, right now, current temperature here in Prescott, 39 degrees.
And dropping.
Here comes the kick by Navarro, who missed the PAT.
He's doing those little pooch kicks.
And the Badgers are able to catch that one at about the 38-yard line.
They don't want our boys to return because they know we got some good returners. But, again, as the coach, I'm surprised they're doing those short pooches.
Hey, folks, tonight's game is sponsored in part by the Badgers' biggest fans, the Prescott Unified School District, every child, every day. Support your Badgers with your Arizona tax credit. Go to PrescottSchools.com. Whoa. We just had the medevac copter fly right over Bill Shepherd Field.
It's a close call there.
Probably hear it over you can probably hear it over our microphones. Morier Norris going up the middle, dodges one tackle, still on his feet, dragged down from behind. And that was number 20, Griffin Benedict, stopping Norris. But Norris picked up probably about 5 or 6 yards on that run.
Well, that formation almost looked like a wing T with his tight end and a wide receiver and two wings.
So 2nd and 5.
Tailback.
Second and 5 for the Badgers on the 44. Norris again finds a little bit of a gap. Now gets stood up, and Norris might have gained about 3 on that play before he was stopped. So this will bring up 3rd and looks like about 2 now for Prescott. And it looks like we're going to have Uriah Tenette in the backfield for the Badgers. Kean McKelvey standing next to him. And Tenette Just burst right through the middle. He's got a first down and then some, still going, and finally rolled down at the 45-yard line. It looked like for a second Tenette didn't know exactly what he wanted to do and then just said, heck, I'm just going to take off and see what happens.
Yeah, it looked like they kind of sealed up where he wanted, but he did a great recovery. He bounced outside and picked up some yards. Yeah, he looked like a deer in headlights for a second there.
Only for a second, though, and then he recovered greatly. 1st and 10 from the 45 now for Prescott. Tenette again from the gun. And now Tenette takes off, finds a nice gap. Now Tenette breaks free. Tenette at the 30-yard line. Tenette at the 20 and spun into the ground. Uriah Tenette with a first down for Prescott.
Very shifty. He did a great job running. Once he got through that line, he did some good shifts. Juked a few people and picked up some good yardage.
Tenacious T with a big first down for the Badgers with 6:10 left to go in the second quarter. 13-7 Coconino. And Prescott trying to regain the lead here. Now Kean McKelvey from the Wildcat. He's going to run it right up the middle and get dragged down from behind.
Bill picked up about 3 yards.
Prayer Young Black Goat got the tackle on that one. 2nd and 7 now for the Badgers. Clock keeps ticking. 5:40 left to go in the second quarter. Fast-moving second quarter. It's only a little past 7:30 now as McKelvey goes right up the middle and then dragged down at about the 18-yard line.
Still picked up a yard or two, I believe.
Tyler Reagan with the tackle, and actually they're going to say about a 3-yard gain there for McKelvey.
First looking at this angle, looked like 2, but he got 3.
Yeah, good forward progress there by McKelvey. Bring up 3rd and 4. Hilton going out to the far side for the Badgers. And again, McKelvey from the Wildcat.
Same thing, we're just going that middle.
And it looks like it works for the Badgers. I think McKelvey might have got the first down. We'll see
he's
where
short,
they spot
1
it.
yard, looks like.
4-yard gain. Tackled by Benedict.
Oh, we're just doing that Wildcat right up the middle, just off tackle on both sides.
It's going to be 4th and 1 now for Prescott.
Kelby mark just short of the first down marker. It'll be 4th down and inches.
And they're going to go for it. We have a Cody Leopold sighting here. He's
Looks
behind
like he's
Rice.
He's going to be going for it. And he gets it. Picked up 4 yards. It's first down. The Leopold first downer.
Well, you know what they said, Leopold might see limited action tonight, and I guess this was a good a time as any to bring in the Dreadnought.
Yep.
As looks like we get a timeout here for Coconino. 4:27 left to go in the second quarter. 13-7 Panthers. Hey, folks, tonight's game is sponsored in part by Prescott True Value, locally owned and operated since 1982. So much more than a hardware store at 846 Miller Valley Road. Also, tonight's game is sponsored in part by House Chilson and Associates Insurance, your local independent agent since 1973. Call them at 928-445-4600. Also, want to send out our congratulations to the Prescott boys cross country team. They were in the sectional meet today up at Holbrook. They placed 5th, and that qualifies them for the state meet. The girls team, they missed qualifying for state by just 1 point. Still, 2 of their runners did make it to state as individuals, and that would be Ellie Martin and Miranda Adams. Miranda Adams, who, by the way, is a student representative on the Prescott Unified School District Governing Board.
Well, that's neat to see they have a young girl like that on the school board. It's always neat to have students on there. It was nice they started that.
1st and goal from the 9-yard line now for Prescott. Rice from the gun, McKelvey behind him. And the give is to McKelvey. He goes up the middle. Looks like the Panthers were ready and waiting for McKelvey on that one as they throw him back.
Yep.
Tyler Reagan, one of the guys in on the tackle there.
2nd down and goal.
And it looks like it's going to be a 1-yard loss there for McKelvey. Coming down to the final 4 minutes of play here in the second quarter. By the way, folks, for halftime, they are going to resume the homecoming festivities from about a month ago as Rice turns around, gives it to McKelvey, bursting through the middle. McKelvey still on his feet. McKelvey dives into the end zone for the touchdown. Kean McKelvey. And man, oh man, what a great sprint there to the promised land by number 1.
He did. He hit that outside off tackle, and he just turned on the afterburners and drove it in. Nice job. Nice run.
So we're all tied up at 13-13, and let's see if Cole Gross can untie it with an extra point.
Smith on the hold. Gross on the kick.
Ryan Smith to hold for Gross. And waiting for the snap. Snap. The kick. It is good. And the Badgers are on top with 3:53 left to go here in the second quarter. Prescott 14, Coconino 13. Let's take a 30-second break. We'll be back with more from Bill Shepherd Field right after this.
Hey, it's Badger time, folks. This is Steve Blair, Prescott High School alumni. I'm passionate about Badger football and the love of this great community. I'm also passionate about my business, Blind Brothers of Arizona, the Originals. I truly love making homes more beautiful with the best shutters, shades, and blinds. We come to you with samples and do all the measuring and installation ourselves. We've been around for 40 years, and your satisfaction is always guaranteed. So call us today for a free estimate, 776-1845. Blind Brothers Arizona, the Originals, with Arizona in our name. Go Badgers!
We are back here at Bill Shepherd Field. John Rust, Lou Benetone with you as the Badgers have gone on top 14-13 thanks to an 11-yard touchdown run by Kean McKelvey.
Great job, Bill. Just like last week, I was telling you, you need a kicker that does not miss, and we have one that does not miss, and that keeps us where we need to be.
Cole Gross, successful point after, and now he'll kick the ball away to Coconino. Now here comes the return by the Panthers. Looks like that's Klaus. Klaus has some nice room there and finally stopped by Prescott. That is number 49, Cooper Kassoon, with the finishing tackle there on Klaus.
Good old Cooper. Did a great job keeping his lane, taking him down.
I'm going to tell you something, Coach. If Cole Gross is not on the all-region first team for a kicker, then something must be wrong with the voting process.
Well, I don't see anybody that's got this many extra points or even field goals in the region. He's done a great job.
Not only that, but Cole Gross is also in the game now at the safety position, too. And
yep.
A lot of people overlook his defensive skills.
Yeah, he's played safety several times.
Here comes a run by Coconino, and stood up and dropped is the running back. And I think that was number 13, Cole Hageman. First time we've seen him tonight. That's a 5-yard gain.
We almost had him, just couldn't quite hit that hole so fast, and picked up 5 yards.
Enoch Watson again from the gun. And there is the give, and it looks like that is Bridger French. And this time, the Badgers deny French big yardage. Good job there by Prescott to come in and stop him in a hurry.
He might have only picked up maybe a yard there.
Noah King, one of the guys in on the tackle there for Prescott. 3rd and 3 now for Coconino. 2:50 remaining here in the first half. Badgers up 14-13. Coconino, however, they're putting together some pretty decent drives here tonight.
Yeah, both teams have done very well.
Bridger French coming up the middle and dropped Wyatt Rewerts in on the tackle.
Got a first down.
Kean McKelvey also in on that tackle. But again, as Coach Benetone said, it is a first down for Coconino.
Well, their whole goal is ball control, which they're trying to do here. And if they can get 3 to 4 yards per pop, they're going to end up getting first downs, and that's pretty much what they're doing.
Well, kind of what we expected with two teams who like to run the ball. Going to be a quick first half here.
Yes, it is.
We're not even close to 8 o'clock, and it's 2:10 left to go here in the second quarter.
I wouldn't mind an early night. Oop, kid fell down.
And Watson avoids the sack. He throws it, and, well, it's caught on the sidelines by number 11, Tyler Reagan. That's not going to count. It looked like Jake Wright almost got a sack there on Watson, but Watson actually bumped off her right and was able to throw the ball away to avoid the sack.
Yeah, I'm surprised he got away. I think Wright just didn't quite have his arm on the outside up, and he bounced off him and got outside on him.
I think he wanted to hand the ball off to French, but it looked like French kind of lost his footing there for a second, and that kind of threw the whole play into disarray.
He did. It was like a counter going one way, coming back, but he slipped and he didn't make the counter.
2nd and 10. This time French does get the ball, and he stumbles his way up to about the 47-yard line before he's stopped by Cody Hanna.
Picked up about 3 yards, looks like.
Third and 7 now for Coconino. We're coming down to the final 90 seconds of the first half. Action's been so quick, I haven't even had a chance to promo our halftime show yet. Watson dropping back, under pressure by Solano. There's the throw, and
my
it's caught!
goodness.
It's caught by number 9, Prayer Young Black Goat.
That was a jump ball, and he just got up a little higher than our defensive corner, and he snagged that ball. That was a great effort. It was well defended.
For a second, I thought we might have had an interception there,
That was
but
a jump ball. That's
well, hey, young Black Goat goes about 6'2", so he's got the height to make that leaping catch. And breaking away is Klaus, and Klaus stumbles into the end zone for the touchdown. Actually, correction on that. That is Bridger French. French with a great... Oh, hang on, folks. I don't think that's going to be a touchdown. We got a yellow hanky on the field. That's probably going to come back. Looked like a great breakaway there by French.
holding, yep.
Yeah, pretty much expected that. So, well, sorry, Coconino fans, but no great touchdown there by Bridger French. And that's going to move the ball way back now.
That was a great run, but you have no idea if that hold really made a difference. But a hold's a hold.
So it's going to be 1st and 16 from the 44-yard line.
Official timeout on the field.
And now we have an official timeout on the field. Don't exactly know what this is about. But while we have this timeout, good time to let you know that tonight's game is sponsored in part by Olson's Grain for Healthy Animals, or Good Enough Just Isn't, and Prescott, Chino, Dewey, the Verde Valley, and Flagstaff. 59 seconds left to go here in the first half. Watson dropping back, looking under pressure, making the throw, and
oh my goodness.
Caught. Almost caught by Jacob Klaus, who kind of rolled end over end trying to catch that ball.
Yeah, he was backing up, looked like it hit him, but he fell over backwards, and I think when he rolled over, it just kind of came out.
So now this will bring up 3rd and 16. Actually, they haven't even changed the down marker, so I guess it's still 2nd and 16.
I think that was the first down when he ran it in.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
So anyway, 2nd and 16 now. Bridger French going up the middle. Oh, man, great stand there by the Badger defense to stop French. Cody Leopold leading the charge on that one.
He got about a yard, maybe a half a yard.
Coming down to the final 30 seconds in the first half. Senior spotlight tonight for us will be Prescott lineman Tristan Huddleston. And we'll have a halftime interview with Prescott mountain bike coach Wendell Corey. Also, finally find out who the homecoming king and queen are for this year. French with the ball. French caught from behind and dragged down close to the 40-yard line. And I think this is going to be all she wrote for the first half as the clock hits 0. And it is halftime here at Bill Shepherd Field in a very fast-moving first half. So as we go to halftime, our score is Prescott 14 and Coconino 13. Join us for the halftime show coming up on the other side of this break. As I said before, we will have a senior turn the kick. Our score here as we get ready for the third quarter is Prescott 14, Coconino 13. So is this going to be like a repeat of last week where it comes right down to the wire, down to the last play of the game? Is it going to be like Yogi Berra said, going to have deja vu all over again?
Well, it's going to be an interesting half. Like you say, Coconino's fighting for a playoff, and Prescott's fighting for the same thing, actually. And still staying in for region title.
Here comes the return. That's Jake Hilton. Skips over one Panther. Oh, we got a flag on the play as Hilton gets taken down by number 23, Pearson Watson.
This can be interesting. So many things that can happen down there. Could be an illegal block. Could be a face mask.
I thought I saw the official do a face mask sign to one of the other officials here. But we'll see what the official call is going to be. Still waiting for it.
Gonna wave it off?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's what they're doing.
Okay, well, never mind.
Take care of that.
No foul.
Call.
Yeah, no foul, no harm.
Nope.
I guess is how you would say it. So here we go. 1st and 10 for the Badgers from their own 25. Hilton out to the far side. Badgers moving left to right across your radio dial or screen. And Rice with the handoff. Oh, man, McKelvey gets wrapped up and power bombed into the ground by Pearson Watson.
Looks like they made a little defensive adjustment at half. I want to try to see if we pick some up there they're doing.
3-yard loss for McKelvey on that run. Bring up 2nd and 13 now for the Badgers from their own 22. And now we got Solano and Levi Van Dyke going out to the far side. Tenette with it. Tenette running, still running. Dodges one tackle, still on his feet, gets up to the 30-yard line, and that's where he is stopped.
Looks like there's going to be a rollout pass. Nobody there, but he took off and he picked up about 6 yards, looks like. It was a good recovery.
Mm-hmm. That's some pretty good vision there by Uriah Tenette. But, I mean, that kid is just a pure athlete.
He really is. He just makes good decisions, runs very well, tough.
In a few more weeks, we get to see him back out on the basketball court. Run going up the middle. Actually, man, oh, man, blitz on there by Coconino, and they fling Kean McKelvey back to the 20-yard line.
Stopped him at the line of scrimmage. Looks like he lost a yard.
4th and 5 now for the Badgers, and they will be forced to punt the ball away. And it looks like we have Klaus and Reagan back to return the punt by Prescott.
Good punt. Oh, no, it wasn't. Sorry. Another short punt. Another 20-yard punt.
And it looks like this is going to put Coconino right at midfield. Hey, folks, tonight's game is sponsored in part by the Yavapai County Food Bank, making a difference since 1992. Make a donation today by visiting YavapaiFoodBank.org. Also, tonight's game is sponsored in part by Arizona Seamless Gutters, quality people, products, and service you can trust. Call 928-778-1818. 9:59 to go here in the third quarter. 14-13 Badgers. Two receivers out to the far side for the Panthers. And back to either side.
Yeah, they're spreading out now.
Yeah, back to either side of Watson. Up.
It'll be a legal procedure. Delay game. What is it?
We will find out soon. And false start.
Yep.
And that'll be against Coconino. That'll send him back 5.
So 1st and 15 now.
Ball spotted at the Coco 45-yard line. Regular season wraps up next week. It'll be Thursday night lights. And the Badgers will be in Cottonwood to take on Mingus.
Okay, he's going with 2 receivers right and 2 backfield with shotgun formation with 2 additional wings. Interesting.
Watson throws it.
Oh, fingertip.
Right off the fingers of Pearson Watson.
See, here's a surprise. They were doing so well in their ground game. Now they're going to an air game. I think they did this last year. They came out in something different than they've been doing all along, and it fizzled. So maybe I'm wrong. I think too much coaching here.
Well, Coach, you did it for how many years? I mean, it's kind of ingrained in you.
Yeah, I think it is.
One of the reasons why we have you on here to give your coaching insight.
That's why I could never be an official. I watch too much of the kids, their actions.
And now it's Watson who takes the ball himself, gets spun by one tackle, and now dropped past the 50-yard line. Good job by Watson, keeping his legs moving and just bouncing off some tackles to get some pretty decent yardage.
Picked up about 9 yards, but they're still short because they had that penalty. Looks like they're going to go for it. We don't know yet. Let's see what they're doing. See if they go back to their double wing.
So it'll be 3rd and 6 here for Coconino. Ball spotted at the Badger 46-yard line.
Yeah, they're back there double wing. Tried something different to come out. Tried to catch us off guard. Now they're back to their wing tee. Double wing.
Enoch Watson just going to hand it off to Bridger. Bridger going up the middle, keeping those legs moving, getting close to a first down. And finally, Bridger hauled to the ground by Kean McKelvey. Man, oh man, Bridger is, talk about a hard guy to bring down.
He really is. He picked up about 4 good, tough yards right there. They're short 2 yards.
So 4th and 2, and oh yeah, definitely Coco's going to go for it here.
Yeah. They're again back to their double wing with their slot and their wing. Quarterback with the back on his left. Oh, my goodness.
Watson with the throw, and it's batted down by number 21, Jack Mason. Great play by Mason from the secondary.
Sure was. He did a great job, well covered. I'm surprised at that play. And again, I'm a coach. You had these kids that are just grinding it out, and you go to the air when you have 2 yards.
And, I mean, Jack Mason kind of jumping right in front of the receiver and just swatting that ball like King Kong swats fighter planes.
He was right on him, did a great defensive play, so couldn't ask for better coverage than that. Nice job.
And now it's the Badgers with the ball. And Rice, avoids the sack, just barely avoids it, still on his feet, and finally taken down at about the 36-yard line. It'll be a loss of about 4, but, Coach, that could have been a loss of about 10 or 15 if he had gotten sacked.
Boy, I missed his number, but he was in there so fast. He looked like he was untouched when he was after him, and he did a good job scrambling. May have lost 4 yards, but like you said, he could have lost 8 or 10.
So it'll be 2nd and 14 from the 38 now for the Badgers. Tenette, he's going to run the ball himself. He just ran right into the numbers of number 72. That's Adrian Ulibarri. You know, nothing Uriah Tenette could do. By the way, we do have an update on that Bradshaw Mountain Flagstaff game, and Bradshaw Mountain in utter control of that one. It is 49-0 Bears over the Eagles. So it looks like Bradshaw Mountain well on their way for their 5th straight win as Jackson Rice hurling that one down the middle. And it's caught, and it's number 84 for the Badgers, Landon Orich. And Orich taking it all the way down to the 20-yard line.
He was wide open, did a slant across the middle, wide open, and he picked up a lot of real estate. 45 yards. That was picked up a lot of real estate.
Landon Orich haven't called his name out very much this season, but boy, oh boy, does he come up big here on senior night.
That was a great catch, a great pickup, a great throw. Everything was right there.
And now the Badgers within striking distance. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Badgers up by 1 as Kean McKelvey going to go up the middle. And again, Coconino ready for him. So Coach Lapsley, Lou, looks like he made some pretty good adjustments to counter Kean McKelvey.
Yeah, he has. He's trying to shut down this running game. He's bringing some men off the side, too. Looks like he's got 3 down and 2 up now instead of the 4 down, 2 outside linebackers.
No gain on the play there by McKelvey. 2nd and 10 from the 15. And here comes the run to the near side, and McKelvey gets by the defense, finds a big gap, shrugs off a tackle, and he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Kean McKelvey from 15 yards out.
Yeah, he had a guy had a shot at him and missed it, and McKelvey just kept going like last time, and he did a great job angling for that pylon in the corner.
Wait a second.
Uh-oh.
Wait a second. I see a yellow hanky on the field. So hold on to the celebration, folks. I think this is coming back. It's a hold. Darn, we made a good call on that one, Coach. That could have been part of the highlight package on Monday.
Sure could have been.
Ah, well, what can you do?
Yep. Well, it's 2 touchdowns, 1 for each callback tonight.
Yeah, Coconino had one of their TDs called back as well.
They had a big one.
So,
It was several yards.
So 6:17 left to go here in the third quarter. 14-13 now the score.
That's second down.
Yep, 2nd and 18 now for the Badgers from the 23. Rice with the throw. Great catch there by Hilton. Hilton's got some room. He avoids one tackle, avoids another, avoids a third, and Hilton stumbles into the end zone for the touchdown. And that is definitely going on the highlight reel.
Boy, I tell you what, he was hit 3 times and held his feet and just kept going. And he did a wonderful job getting in there. Great job.
I honestly as great an athlete as Jake Hilton is, I honestly can't believe he got into that end zone after being hit so many times. But what a great gutsy play there by Hilton.
Yeah, it sure was. It was like a little delay, and he came across the backside there. It was wide open. It was a delay slant.
And now the PAT from Cole Gross. That one is up, and it is good. So a highlight reel touchdown. Jackson Rice to Jake Hilton. And with 6:04 left to go in the third quarter, it's the Badgers 21, the Panthers 13. We'll take a 30-second break, and we'll be back with more from Bill Shepherd Field right after this.
Hey, it's Badger time, folks. This is Steve Blair, Prescott High School alumni. I'm passionate about Badger football and the love of this great community. I'm also passionate about my business, Blind Brothers of Arizona, the Originals. I truly love making homes more beautiful with the best shutters, shades, and blinds. We come to you with samples and do all the measuring and installation ourselves. We've been around for 40 years, and your satisfaction is always guaranteed. So call us today for a free estimate, 776-1845. Blind Brothers Arizona, the Originals, with Arizona in our name. Go Badgers!
Back here at Bill Shepherd Field, where myself, John Rust, and Lou Benetone are still trying to figure out how Jake Hilton, after getting hit about 6, 7, 8 times, somehow managed to get into the end zone for that touchdown.
Yeah, it was great. Keep his feet, keep his balance, and just keep going for that pay dirt.
And there's the kick. Here comes the return by Coconino. And the return man gets stopped at the 28-yard line. Looks like that is, I want to say number 15, Riker Patton was the return man. 21-13 Badgers with under 6 minutes left to go in the third quarter. And by the way, folks, while you have some time here, tonight's game is sponsored in part by the City of Prescott, offering beautiful lakes, hiking trails, and recreational parks. We are everyone's hometown.
Okay, here they're going again. They're going back out of that. They got a quarterback with a 2-set back and 2 receivers. Oh,
run up the middle.
I think we got it. I think, well, no, maybe not.
And it looks like that was Mickelson, and I think Mickelson might have fallen on his own fumble.
Yeah.
So lucky break there for Coconino, and it looks like they might give him a yard on that.
Yeah, the ball pretty much went down. He had to get on it.
So a good heads-up play by Mickelson. That's his first carry of the night for Coconino. 2nd and 9 for the Panthers from their own 29-yard line. 5:25 left to go in the third quarter.
Okay, they're back in the marsh. Oh, look at this.
Oh!
The old swinging gate.
Now the Badgers trying to adjust to it. And Watson, there's the throw. There's the catch by Mickelson. And oh, the Badgers were ready for him, and they hit Mickelson, throw him out of bounds. That's probably going to be a loss of about 2 yards.
Yeah, there's a swinging gate. They all lined. Everybody moved over to the left side. left the center and the quarterback alone in the middle of the field and threw to the back, and Prescott had it well covered.
Yeah, I think probably more like about 3 or 4 yard loss on that one.
Yeah.
So the swinging gate does not pay off for the Panthers. As looks like it's going to be 3rd and about 14 with 4:45 remaining in the third quarter. 21-13, Prescott on top of Coconino. Watson from the gun.
You know he's going to air this, baby. They got some heat coming on him.
Almost a sack. Intercepted by Cody Hanna. And Hanna goes into the end zone for the pick 6. Cody Hanna. Right place, right time to get that interception, and he took it right home for the score.
Well, he threw it to him like he thought he was his receiver. I mean, alone in the wide open. That's unusual, but he was alone in the wide open, and just that's what you like, is a defensive score to put things in perspective.
And oh boy, was that a gut punch there
Yes,
for
it
Coconino.
Was. He was under a lot of pressure. He got loose on one of them, but then he just did not clearly see who he was throwing to.
So now Ryan Smith to hold. Cole Gross in for the point after. Kick is up. It is good. 4:26 left to go in the third quarter. And thanks to a pick 6 by Cody Hanna, our score is Badgers 28. Coconino 13. Let's take a 30-second break. We'll be back with more from Prescott High School right after this.
Inflation is taking a toll on our families throughout Yavapai County. Hunger is a sad side effect when our economy is in trouble. This is Lynn Passfield with the Yavapai County Food Bank. Make a difference today by donating to the Yavapai County Food Bank. Be part of the solution in helping to end hunger. Donate by sending checks to Yavapai County Food Bank, P.O. Box 4151, Prescott 86302, or give us a call at 928-775-5255. That's 928-775-5255.
And we are back here at Prescott High School. John Russ, Lou Benetone with you as, Enoch Watson was able to get rid of the ball and avoid the sack. Unfortunately for him, he probably would have been better off taking the sack as he threw that right into the numbers of Prescott's Cody Hanna, and he ran that sucker back about 20-25 yards for the touchdown.
Yeah, that's always fun for a linebacker to do that.
And now here comes the return by Coconino. And that is stopped past the 30-yard line. And that is number 15, Riker Patton, on the return. But boy, oh boy, Coach, what a gut punch that has to be for Coconino. First, you give up that touchdown catch by Jake Hilton, and then just a couple minutes later, bang, Cody Hanna taking it in on the pick 6.
Yeah, you give him a defensive score. That deflates you. But we'll see what Coconino does. See if they keep grinding it out.
Well, they got plenty of time left here. 4:21 in the third quarter. 1st and 10 from the 33 for the Panthers. Watson gives the ball to French, and French taken down from behind.
Now they're back that double wing again. Let's see if they stay in it for a long time. And seemed like that was their bread and butter offense most of the time, but
3-yard gain there for Bridger. Hey, folks, tonight's game is sponsored in part by the Frame and I in downtown Prescott. The best friend artwork ever had. Visit them at 229 West Gurley Street. And again, Panthers bunched up there around the line of scrimmage. Watson from the gun. He's going to give it to French again. French. I'll try to get a burst through the middle there. I'll tell you what, Coach, it looks like Prescott more and more is starting to really get a good read there on Bridger French.
yeah, it's hard to read this back because it's so hard to tell who's getting the ball. They're so packed in, they're so tight. So you just got to play your spot, your zone, wherever your hole is, and just hang in there. And because it's hard to read who's getting the ball on this offense.
3rd and 3 now for Coconino. 3:10 left to go in the third quarter. Again, the give to French, and French gets stood up, tries to keep his legs moving.
Looks like he got it. Yep, they're moving the chains.
Well, soon they will move the chains, I guess. Huh?
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
Oh, no, it's first down.
Yep.
Thought they were calling for measurement, but
So good job there by French to keep the drive alive for Coconino. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Panther 43-yard line. Watson from the gun. And again, it's French. French going up the middle. Badgers swarm to him, but French looks like he was able to pick up about 4 or 5 yards before he was finally stopped. Wyatt Rewerts, Kean McKelvey in on the stop.
so that's why they did a fake sweep real quickly, then gave the dive man. In that case, they could handle the sweep, they could hand for a dive, or the quarterback keep it. So you got to, it's hard to read or really see that ball sometimes in that type of formation.
Oh,
What do we got?
looks like we got a timeout
Timeout,
here.
Prescott.
Prescott with the timeout. While we have this timeout, good chance to remind you that tonight's game is sponsored in part by Badgers alumni Steve Blair, owner of Blind Brothers Arizona, offering premier window treatments in northern Arizona since 1979. Also, tonight's game is sponsored in part by the Badgers' biggest fans, the Prescott Unified School District. Every child, every day. Support your Badgers with your Arizona tax credit. Go to PrescottSchools.com. And tonight's game is also sponsored in part by the Yavapai County Food Bank, making a difference since 1992. Make a donation today by visiting YavapaiFoodBank.org. Also, we have a final score to report to you over at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. Riddle volleyball team losing to Benedictine Mesa. Final score 3-2. Here in our game, 28-13. Badgers on top. Coconino looking to go to the condiment section of the supermarket and get themselves some ketchup.
Well, they got some catching up to do.
2nd and 4 from their own 49-yard line. And we're ready to get back to action here at Bill Shepherd Field.
All right, they're in their double wing with 2 tight ends and a tailback, a slot man and a wing man. Motion in the slot, hand to the middle guy.
Oh boy, and that looks like it's Bridger French again, and French finds himself a nice little gap there, and he gets past the 45-yard line and gets a first down.
Yep, he's had lots of room, running room, and he hits those holes hard. If you got backs that can hit the hole hard, this offense can work for you, and good line.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I mean, Coconino has a whole crop of running backs, but pretty much tonight it's been Bridger French just getting the bulk of the work.
Yeah.
And now it's Watson who's going to run the ball himself. He takes it up the middle.
He's got about 5 or 6, at least 5 or 6 looks like on that.
Looks like it was Wyatt Rewerts taking him down from behind, but a good run there by the Coconino QB.
Well, it would have been interesting to see Cooper French, their biggest runner, who's not in tonight, see a combination of the 2 French boys.
Yeah, like I said earlier, no French connection tonight.
Yeah, nope.
Well, maybe half a French connection since Bridger French is getting a lot of work. He's almost at 150 yards rushing tonight.
Yeah, he's a workhorse for Coconino. There's a pitch to him.
And Bridger going up the far side, and he gets taken down just shy of a first down.
Yeah, he pitched, got outside, still picked up about 4 yards.
Final 50 seconds here in the third quarter as this game just keeps moving along at a pretty fast pace. Again, just a lot of ground work going on, and also very few penalties in this game tonight.
Yeah, it's been a very clean game, actually. It's nice to see that.
I think we've only had about maybe 4 penalties the whole game so far.
Been really nice.
Here goes the run up the middle. And still on his feet is the running back, and he gets taken down at around the 25-yard line. Mickelson, the carrier on that one, and Quinn Mickelson with a nice run getting the first down.
Yeah, he's their second leading yardage pickup guy compared to Cooper's not here tonight. I'll tell you what, Bridger's caught him already, so with 150 more yards.
And this will likely be the final play of the quarter. 1st and 10 from the 24 for the Panthers. And Watson, throws that one intended for Klaus.
I'll tell you what, that's the third one tonight. The receiver in the cross pattern's been open. He's had to reach up for the ball. If the ball was down 5-6 inches more, all three of those passes tonight could have been some damage.
Okay.
But lucky for us, they weren't.
Yeah. So I was wrong. That was not going to be the last play of the quarter. We got 2 seconds left on the clock after that incompletion. So this should be the last play of the quarter. 2nd and 10 from the 24 for the Panthers. Watson hands it to Bridger French. He goes right up the middle. And he breaks free of a bunch of tackles. Gets up to the 15-yard line. Almost got a first down there. And that's going to do it for the third quarter of play. Our score, 28-13 in favor of Prescott. We'll take a 30-second break here, and we'll come back with quarter number 4 right after this.
Prescott True Value Hardware, where we believe behind every project.
Number 19 in PowerPoints. Their playoff hopes are slim right now, and they're fighting for. They're trying to fight to try to stay in the playoff race here.
They are. Bridger got hit. I thought he could get stopped, and he broke loose and picked up by 5 yards after that first initial hit.
So it looks like we're ready to go. Coconino now moving left to right across your radio dial. Watson. And there's a give to number 23, Pearson Watson. And Watson getting wrapped up by the Badgers and thrown to the ground.
Looks like he lost about two yards at least.
And it looks like Kean McKelvey getting the tackle there on Pearson Watson. Not sure if Pearson Watson and Enoch Watson are brothers. I didn't get a chance to ask the coach, but maybe they are.
No doubt. Got a couple of brothers playing here. The French is in the
4th and 6 now. Big 4th down play coming up here for the Panthers. Watson going to run the ball himself. Watson going up the middle, and I don't think he got it.
Nope, he got stopped.
Great defensive stand there by the Badgers.
It was a good stand. They can't afford not to score on the possessions if they want to try to get back in this ball game.
Well, you can imagine, Coach, that the Badgers are going to do everything in their power to keep that ball on the ground and just try to take as much time off the clock here.
Yeah, they want to keep possession of this ball, grind it, and when they need to pass to get a first down, they will, but they're going to try to use up time now and pound on the ground.
And I'm sure Coach Collette would like at least one more score tonight as well. Badgers up 28-13. Again, 11:20 left to go in the fourth quarter. So Coconino, still plenty of time for them to try to come back.
It is. Still a lot of game left.
And Tenette, he gets
hung
up there, but Tenette breaks free, and he's able to get maybe a yard or two after it looked like he was going to get knocked back for a loss.
God, he looked like someone dodging bees back there for a while, and then he got loose.
Oh, man, Tenacious T.
He moves. He's shifty.
Yeah. Once again, turning nothing into something there. Actually, that was about a 3-yard gain there for Tenette.
Side, man, did he take advantage heading for that sideline?
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Prescott from the Coco 49-yard line. Jackson Rice going to hand off to McKelvey. McKelvey bursts through the middle. McKelvey at the 30. McKelvey at the 20. And as we say in New Jersey, forget about it. Kean McKelvey with a huge touchdown run for Prescott.
We got speed. Once we get past that interior and we turn on the afterburners, it's all over. You got to credit the speed on this team.
A 49-yard touchdown run for Kean McKelvey. And now that makes it 34-13 in favor of Prescott as Cole Gross comes on for the extra point attempt. And boy, oh boy, talk about putting a lot of distance between them and Coco.
Yeah, you got to give credit to that offensive line out there. Gillette and Bickle and Coulter Fan and Cassoon's out there times and Cameron Brown. All those boys have been doing a great job.
And PAT's good by Cole Gross. 9:52 left to go here in the fourth quarter. And thanks to that touchdown run by Kean McKelvey, it's now a 35-13 lead for the Badgers. We'll take a 30-second break. We'll be back with more from Bill Shepherd Field right after this.
The kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Hello, this is Susan Morrison. That agent is here at House Chilson Insurance. Come see us today at 400 White Spar Road.
And we're back here at Bill Shepherd Field. John Rust, Lou Benetton with you. Keen McKelvey breaking off a 49-yard touchdown run as he gives the Badgers a 35-13 lead. McKelvey, his second rushing touchdown of the night for Prescott.
Yeah, he did a great job. Like I said, the offensive line did a great job. And like I said, the afterburners, he moves.
Now here comes the return by Jacob Klaus. And Klaus wrapped up, spins off one tackle, and then finally dropped at about the 28-yard line.
Tackle on the play by Jake Wright.
Jake Wright in on the tackle. Jake Wright, the homecoming king for 2022.
Yeah, congratulations again.
And also congratulations to Zoe Libas from the girls golf team as she was named the homecoming queen. So 1st and 10 for Coco from their own 28-yard line. And now they really got some catching up to do here, down 35-13. So that's 22 points down.
Yep.
Takes me a while to do math in my head, folks.
3 scores with one of those scores needing 2 points.
There's the throw by Watson,
Little
and there's the
screen
catch.
pass.
And receiver stopped just shy of the 35-yard line.
Little screen pass on the outside, left side.
Hageman with the catch on that one for Coconino. About a 6-yard pickup. So it'll be 2nd and 4 from the 34-yard line.
Okay, they're going with the air a little bit more. They got 2 receivers on the left side, 2 backs in the backfield, a crossover. Whoop.
And now it's Watson who's going to run it himself right up the middle. Badgers were there to stop. It looks like it's Landon Francis. Francis, who had a great game last week against Lee Williams with 10 tackles and 1.5 sacks.
Yeah, that was they have a pass formation and then the quarterback keeper. It looks like about 1 yard. 3rd and about a yard, yard and a half.
And the clock, she keeps on a-ticking. 8:39 left to go here in the 4th quarter. Man, oh man, it's not even 9 o'clock yet.
Yeah, it's going quickly, isn't it?
Backs to either side of Enoch Watson. There's the pitch to French. Oh man, Cody Leopold coming in and doing a great stop there on French. And I think he might have got it. We'll see.
Enough to make it.
With that spot, it's enough for a Coconino first down.
He cut up field just at the right time, picked up that yard and a half, and then he met Cody.
Well, like I said, Bridger French has been a bit of a thorn in Prescott's side tonight, that's for sure.
Yes, he has. He started out as one big one. So here we go again. They're going their pass formation. They're going with 2 receivers left, quarterback shotgun, and 2 wingmen on his side.
1st and 10 from the 38. Watson.
Ooh.
Oh, throws the ball as he just gets hammered.
Oh.
And it lands about a couple of yards shy of his intended receiver, Pearson Watson. But, oh, man, did Enoch Watson just get laid out right before he threw that ball.
And I think as he was throwing it and got hit, he put a little bit more on that ball because it was just over the receiver. Receiver was wide open. Over him by about 2-3 yards. It was a good pass rush.
Close to a highlight catch there by Pearson Watson. This will bring up 2nd and 10 from the 38. 7:45 remaining in regulation. Watson under some pressure, and he's able to get the ball out. I believe that's to Mickelson.
He won't get a first down, though. He's going to be short, about 5 yards.
Mickelson run out of bounds. So 5-yard gain by Mickelson. 3rd and 5 now for Coconino. 7:39 to go in the fourth quarter. 35-13. Badgers on top of the Panthers.
Okay, 2 receivers left again. Shotgun formation with 2 wingmen on his side.
Watson backpedals, good coverage, and right off the fingers of Pearson Watson as Ruben Solano was right there guarding him. And how many times have we seen this, Coach, that we've had receivers who have their hands right on the ball and just can't reel it in?
5 or 6 times tonight. They're open and they're in their fingers, but can't hold on to them. For big yardage, some of them, first downs, important catches, they could not do it.
4th and 5 now for Coconino, and no surprise, they're going to go for it here.
Yep. And they're going to go in that wing T, double wing.
There's the give to French. French running out to the near side, and French has the first down before he's knocked out of bounds.
Yes, he does.
Well, another good run there by Bridger French. And French keeping the drive alive. Not only that, he also getting out of bounds. He stops the clock with 7:29 left to go in the fourth quarter. And I think you're going to see a lot of runs to the outside here for Coconino as they try to gain yardage, get out of bounds, and just keep stopping the clock.
And here they are again, that double wing.
Pressure on Watson, throwing down the middle.
No, he's not on tonight at all.
And really overthrew his intended receiver. I believe that was Reed Merrill. And Merrill had a couple Badgers to either side of him.
Yeah, we had pretty much coverage on that. Pretty good coverage in the secondary.
2nd and 10 now for Coconino. Can they have the ball at the 49-yard line in Badger territory?
See, when you're behind this much, you need big strikes, fast strikes. And Coconino's a ground game. I'm not sure they're going to be able to make up this kind of a deficit.
And there's a give to Bridger French. French gets hung up, but still keeps his feet moving. And finally, the Badgers able to drag him down right around the 45-yard line.
Picked up about 4 yards, hard yards. Badgers were all over him.
And the big thing here is that will not stop the clock. So we're down to 7 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. As it'll be 3rd and 5 from the 46-yard line. Actually, more like 3rd and 7 from the 46.
Quarterback keeper.
Actually,
wasn't he?
Yeah. Good fake there as the run goes up the middle.
He was a lead blocker, but I didn't see. That was a great fake. He ended up leading the way.
Not only that, but Coconino picking up a few good yards there. So this will bring up 4th and 3 from the 42. And again, Coconino going to go for it here. For them, every play is going to be a 4-down play.
Yep. What?
I have no idea what happened, but it looks like Coconino coughed up the ball and the Badgers got it. I think there was
supposed to be a fake, like it was a bad snap. Both backs went down. That's a new one to me, yes.
I was kind of wondering what happened there. Whatever Coconino was trying, it didn't work, and the Badgers get the ball back.
Well, who's ever supposed to get the ball did not get the ball because the quarterback went down and so did the tailback.
Well, we got some time here, folks. Tonight's game is sponsored in part by Badgers alumni Steve Blair, owner of Blind Brothers Arizona, offering premier window treatments in northern Arizona since 1979.
I think that snap directly went to that fullback who was in the slot. Just a yard or two off the line, they just kind of toss it to him, but I don't think he caught it.
1st and 10 from the 42 as McKelvey has the ball for Prescott, and McKelvey able to run that sucker right past the 50-yard line, about a 7-8 yard gain for McKelvey.
He picked up 9. Well, let's see whether I'm right. 7, 8. Picked up 8.
And look for the Badgers to keep the ball on the ground. Again, folks, tonight's game is sponsored in part by the Badgers' biggest fans, the Prescott Unified School District. Every child, every day. Support your Badgers with your Arizona tax credit. Go to PrescottSchools.com. 2nd and 1 for Prescott from the 49. Again, Badgers is taking their time, bleeding some time off the clock. And again, the run to Kean McKelvey. And McKelvey has himself a first down.
Again, good hard running, good blocking on the interior line.
Badger, first down.
And finally, folks, tonight's game is sponsored in part by the Yavapai County Food Bank, making a difference since 1992. Make a donation today by visiting yavapaifoodbank.org. Thank you very much to all our Badger sponsors. Without them, we would not be able to bring you tonight's game, which is down to the final 5 minutes of regulation, 35-13, Prescott over Coconino.
Good blocking there by Cassoon and Gillette.
Uriah Tenette from the gun. And Tenette going to run it himself up the middle. And it looks like the Panthers were ready for that.
Yeah, back to the line of scrimmage.
Pearson Watson getting the hit there on Tenacious T. And it looks like no gain on the play. So it'll be 2nd and 10 now as the Badgers take their own sweet time getting up to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, use that clock up. You might as well save boys from getting hit hard. Just use up every second you have for the play.
Jackson Rice from the gun. And there's the handoff to McKelvey. McKelvey burst through the middle and tripped up at the 30-yard line. And that'll be good enough for a Badger first down.
Keeps the clock going and taking time between each play. You know, it's interesting. If Bradshaw wins tonight, they're 4-0. If we win, we're 3-1. If Lee Williams wins, they're 3-1. That last game next week, if Bradshaw loses and everybody else wins, it's 4-1, 4-1, 4-1.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have to go on heads-up competition. It could be a three-way tie.
Oh, you've seen that before in region play.
That happened with me in 2006.
I remember that, yeah.
5-1, 5-1, 5-1.
Rice with the give to Kean McKelvey, and McKelvey gets spun into the ground, maybe picked up a yard or two. Wasn't it you, Cactus, and Independence?
Yes,
who
it was.
Who shared it? Yeah.
Yep. Independence beat us. Cactus beat Independence. We beat Cactus.
Oh, I remember that game.
It was all head-to-head.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that was a great game in Cactus last game here.
Oh, that was when Prescott and Cactus, you know, they really had a strong dislike for each other back then.
Yeah, exactly right. That was a sweet victory here at home.
That even extended to the broadcasters, too.
It did.
Oh, man. 2:45 left to go in regulation. Badgers 2nd and 10 from the 32. Rice hands it off to McKelvey again. McKelvey with a stiff arm. McKelvey thrown to the ground by Bridger French.
French is a tough little linebacker. He's a tough runner, but he's not afraid to put the hat on people.
And French is a junior, so
Yes,
Coconino's
he
going to have him back next year, so that'll put a smile on Coach Lapsley's face.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I think we're going to get a timeout here by Coconino with 2:18 left to go here in the fourth quarter. 35-13 in favor of Prescott. And hey, folks, want to invite you to join us for the Tri-City Sports Roundup tomorrow morning at 8:06. Right here on the news, 1490 AM and 103.5 FM. Joining me on the show tomorrow will be Todd Carey, the head coach of the state champion Chino Valley boys soccer team. He'll also bring one of his players into the studio with us, too, so we'll talk about their tremendous season. And again, congratulations to Coach Carey and the Cougar boys soccer team. Also, congratulations to the Chino Valley girls soccer team as well. Came up a little short of a state championship against their perennial rival, Northland Prep, but still a state runner-up finish and more great seasons for soccer out there for the Chino Valley boys and girls.
Yeah, playing for that state championship a couple years in a row like that, that's phenomenal for them. Congratulations.
I actually got to attend their state semifinal game last Thursday, and while I was there, I got to see the Falcon 9 rocket flying across Yavapai County.
I missed that one.
Ah, that was a cool sight.
I saw a lot of film on it, so it's pretty neat.
Yeah, I got one and put it up on our KYCA website.
Nice.
3rd and 10 from the 32 for Prescott. 2:22 left to go in regulation. And Tenette goes up the middle and, well, doesn't get much there, maybe a yard or two as he's spun in the ground.
Just keep eating the clock up. Just get first downs. Don't worry about another TD. Just keep getting first downs, keep possession, and take your time running the play.
And now Coconino will call a timeout here. And hey, folks, be sure to visit kyca.info to access the top news and sports stories from around the Tri-City area. Also, you can listen to past episodes of our talk shows like the Tri-City Sports Roundup, Healthline with Dr. David Hancock, KYCA Talks, and KYCA PM. Also, we've got more football coming up for you tomorrow here on KYCA. ASU Sun Devils, they host number 12 UCLA. And KYCA will carry that game live, starting with the pregame show at 5:30 p.m. Back to action here as Coconino done with their timeout. 2:14 left to go in regulation. And you're listening to Badger Football here on the news, 1490 AM, 103.5 FM, KYCA, Prescott, Arizona, USA, where the time is 9 o'clock. Fourth down, Badgers going to go. Oh! And it looks like the Badgers got Coconino to jump off sides.
Easy 5 yards. Let's see what happened.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we were waiting for the official word from the head ref, so it is offsides, 5 yards against Coconino.
They were trying to get the ball back one more time, it looks like, but
3rd and 4 now fourth and 4 for Prescott. Tenette from the gun, barking out the signals. Clock holding at 2:14. And now Tenette going to run it himself. He bursts through the middle. Tenette still on his feet. He's got the first down, then some. And Tenette slammed into the ground past the 10-yard line.
I think that's going to be a late hit. We'll see what happened here. It's a little bit of extracurricular looks like out there.
But Uriah Tenette does pick up the first down for Prescott. A huge first down at that.
Again, shifty, did a wonderful job. Power.
I think we had some feedback from the PA system here.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what they're going to make here.
Personal foul on Coconino High
Yep,
School.
so I thought a little extra work there.
Personal foul against Coconino.
Half the distance. First down, and they're on about the...
We got about a minute 18 left to go here in regulation.
That's going to happen, so we just take the knees and let the time run 30 seconds each. The game's pretty much over. That was a respectful thing to do. You could have punched in another touchdown. Now you're just taking knees. And
so for Prescott, they are going to go 7-2 on the season as they get ready to face Mingus next week. Meanwhile, Coconino, their 4th loss in a row, they will drop to 3-6, and well, that will pretty much dash their playoff hopes.
Yeah, there's no way they'll make anything now.
And another knee taken there by Jackson Rice. And it's just a little after 9 o'clock here. And that's going to, well, it's all over but the shouting now as Prescott coming over to the sidelines. And it's just a matter of just letting those final seconds tick off the clock as Prescott gets the win here over Coconino. And a good victory here by Prescott. It was pretty close in the first half, but the Badgers, I'll tell you what, Coach, really doing a good job taking control of the second half to get this win.
They did. Coconino came out. They're a respectful little team. I mean, they work hard. Their record doesn't show just how tough they are, but Prescott stayed in their game, and they did a good job and stayed with their game plan and did a wonderful job.
And that'll do it. The game is officially in the books. Prescott 35, Coconino 13. We'll take a break, and we'll be back to wrap things up from Bill Shepherd Field right after this.
Prevent your gutters from getting filled with pine needles and leaves, creating gutter overflow, causing damage to your home.